So Donald Trump finally got something he wanted this term. He got an interest rate cut from the Fed. Now, Donald Trump has been pressuring Fed Chairman Jerome Powell to drop the interest rates his entire term. And Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve came out today and they did that. They lowered the interest rate, but not because of Donald Trump. They looked at the numbers and they are looking at 20, 30-year projections. And they said, okay, we've got to do something now or it is going to get worse in the future. And they are looking at the jobs numbers, the low hiring numbers, the bad unemployment numbers, and going, well, we got to do something. So what did they do? They lowered the interest rate by 0.25%. Now, that's not a drastic cut. They said there might be another cut by the end of the year, but no guarantees. They will have to see what this cut does. Now, they are worried about additional inflation caused by Donald Trump's tariffs. And normally when they are worried about inflation, they don't cut the interest rate because typically a low interest rate does lead to inflation. We saw that during the pandemic. Interest rates were at historic lows and inflation was high. And as they were trying to battle the two and get the economy growing and moving, they slowly started raising the interest rate, trying to find that sweet spot. And they want to keep it at about a 2% inflation rate. But Donald Trump wants a much lower rate, even lower than this. So he may still try to pressure Jerome Powell. Now, I have not seen a reaction from Donald Trump to the latest rate cut. He's probably going to say it wasn't going to be enough and it needs to be bigger. But they did lower it. Now, they are looking at things, like I said, on a 20, 30-year plan. But they said as they are looking at these job numbers, they are projecting inflation to continue to go up through 2028 with current markets being the way they are, with the tariffs and everything else, and all of the uncertainty around that. Now, if the tariffs get backed off, that projection could obviously change, and we could see some different projections, and then they would use those projections to decide if the next rate cut is in order. So not a very big rate cut. They are trying to walk this fine line to keep things going, to keep the economy moving, to keep jobs where they are, if not spur a little bit of job creation. But it's hard when they are battling the two things that normally are opposite of each other are on the same side. They are worried about rising unemployment and rising inflation. Normally, they would be opposite. If unemployment's going down, they would be happier, but that's not what's going on here. The two factors they would use are the same. So the Fed did cut the interest rate today. It was just a little bit. Let's see what happens.